Greatscores Boogie Woogie Rock and Roll Licks video part 1. This is right hand licks. We have 6 interesting, great right hand licks for you to experiment with. Lincoln will demonstrate each of these in C major, and you can download these from our website. The sheet music has 6 different keys for each of the licks.
Okay, that's one of the licks. I'm going to explain it now. Obviously that lick was used in 3 different keys. When you're playing in C major, that would be C7, F7 and G7. So I'll explain it for C7, and if you want to find out how they work in the other keys, then log onto our website and have a look at the sheet music where it's explained. So, you start on D with your thumb. You move up either with your third and second finger to D sharp, B flat. The thumb goes underneath onto the E. I'll explain that again. Thumb onto D, third finger onto D sharp, onto the E. While you're holding onto the E, the third and fifth finger go up to the B flat and D. Like that. Then you go back down to the E, up to A and C, and then second and fourth finger come down to G and B flat. I'll do that again. Obviously there's a left hand involved here, and we'll do a separate workshop just on the left hand. This is lick number 2. Lick number 2 is really a variation of lick number 1, but it's a little bit harder because you don't get a break in the lick. It sounds like this. So, principle is the same. You start off thumb on D, up to D sharp with your third finger, thumb comes underneath to E, third and fifth finger up to B flat and D, then you alternate between 2 notes at the top and 1 at the bottom, down to E, up to A and C, back down to E again, and then second and fourth finger onto G and B flat. I'll do that top bit again. Start off here, down to E, pull it down, back down to E and pull it down again. In slow motion, the whole thing. Number 3, and there's a lot of sliding going on here. So you start off with your thumb, and your thumb will be permanently anchored to the C throughout. You then use your third finger to slide off the D sharp onto the E, while the fifth finger covers the G. That's a very quick motion. Now a lot of people do this wrong when they slide off the keys. They go all the way into the black key and slide all the way back like this. You don't want to do that because it takes far too much time. You want to hit this very rounded edge here on the black key and just catch the edge of the key, like that. Some people like using 2 fingers. It's a more classically correct way of doing it. However, I prefer doing this, which is what a lot of rock and roll and boogie pianists do as well. So the lick goes like this. Start with the thumb, do the slide which I explained earlier, back to the thumb, third and fifth finger go up, come back down to the thumb, back to E and G again, and then those 2 together. This is a variation of the previous one. It's slightly more difficult though. So you start up in the same fashion. And now, instead of going back down, you go up to G and B flat with your third and fifth finger. then come back down again. So at the end you've got these two chords, basically an F major on C and a C major. Okay. Okay, this is a typical Joey Lee Lewis lick, and as previously explained, it actually uses the slide. Unfortunately, this time you're sliding from 1 key to 3, like that, which is slightly more difficult, but again it's very important that you hit the edge of the key here, so you can do that quickly. And then, do that 3 times, go to the C, up to F major on C, back to the C, back to just the note of C, back to that chord, back to the chord of C, and that goes back and forth. This is the final lick in this compilation. Again, it uses the slide. You start on C as the previous ones. Slide from the D sharp onto E and G. Back to C. Move 3rd and 5th finger up. Back down to C. Back down to the slide. Back down to C. Back up to F and A. Back down to C. Back down to the slide. Back down to C. And then the end of the slight change at the end. F and A. And back to the slide, so there's no C in between there.